All right, let's put this back to back with the relative major of A minor. So what that means is a C major scale. Let's just have a look at what happens when we do that. So I'm going to make the diatonic chord progression in C major one more time. Okay, let's take a quick look at this. Even though we just did, but trust me, you're going to thank me for this. So the pattern here is major, minor, minor, major, major, minor, diminished, major. Let's think about this for a second. Let's just use the diminished chord because there's only one of these diminished chords. Let's just kind of pinpoint on that. This is a B diminished chord, and it's the 7 chord. Okay, it's the 7th chord in the sequence. It's the chord built on the 7th in the key of C, because B is the 7th in the key of C. Let's jump back to A. Our diminished chord in A is also B, right? But it's only the 2 chord. Let's think about that for just a second. The 2 chord, the diminished chord is still the diminished chord. It's still B in the relative key, which means everything else lines up. They're just shifted. Let me explain a little bit better. I think this will make be the most clear. I'm going to keep this going. I'm going to keep going in C major all the way up to A. So I'm still in C major, C diatonic chord progression. I'm just going to repeat a D chord an octave higher, then an E chord, an F chord, G chord, and then I'm going to end it on A. Okay, so let me zoom out a little bit here. Big, long diatonic chord progression in C all the way up, quite high. Now look at this. So here's our pattern from C to C, right here, these 8 chords. Okay, and that gives us our major, minor, minor, major, major, minor, diminished major pattern. But what if we took the same exact thing and let's just start on the A minor, the relative minor of C major. What do we get then? We get minor, diminished, major, minor, minor, major, major, minor. We get the right pattern. All we did was shift. We just started here. So if we just looked at these first 8, what we could do is do the same major pattern that we already know, but just start it right here. Minor, diminished, major, cycle back, skip that one because it's the same as that one, right? And then minor, minor, major, major, minor. It's the same pattern. It's the exact same pattern. It just starts here instead of here. Let's do it the other way. Let's go to A minor and let's go up to C. Okay, here's our C major chord. If we started counting our diatonic chord progression from right here, it would be major, minor, minor, major, major, minor, cycle back, diminished, major. It would be the same pattern, just shifted by 3 chords, right? Start up here, count it up, cycle back. It's the same pattern. So when we look at the minor diatonic chord progression, it looks like a whole new pattern, but it's actually not. It is the major pattern that we already know, but we're just starting at a different spot. And that works in any key. In any key, if you can figure out the diatonic chord progression of the relative major, then you'll have the right names for all the chords.